Hello. Let's talk about something. Um, I want to talk about something that's been ruminating in my mind for a while, and that is visualization. And I've been trying it out. I've been kind of seeing how I could put that into my regimen and see the effects of it, and I think it's helpful. I think visualization can be a very powerful tool and habit to use in your arsenal of kind of like your mental toolbox to enhance your life, to enhance your psychology. Yeah, and here are my thoughts so far. Um, well, actually, let's start from the beginning. I think one of the reasons that human beings have been able to dominate the earth, I mean, there's a lot of reasons for that. But one thing is our ability to construct alternate realities in our minds by visualizing it. And eventually that gives birth to our concept of the future. When you think about the future, you're literally thinking about you as an avatar of yourself after a certain period of time and visualizing what that would be like, what it would feel like to be in that situation. And with that comes the concept of the future, and with that gives us um, a skill to make decisions based on these alternate realities that we construct in our minds. Animals don't do that. I think most animals don't really think think about or even know that there's a future. Animals, they kind of just behave on instinct. Everything's kind of programmed in. Even the squirrels that hide nuts in trees for later, it's kind of just in their nature, I guess. Um, anyway, before I digress even more, I think visualization can be powerful, and that's what brought us to do all of these great things. Um, and actually, earlier today, I was playing guitar, sitting in my room, just playing guitar the usual way, and all of a sudden, I got inspired to stand up. I had a mic set up in my room, so I just pulled the mic in, and I started visualizing me performing with the guitar and singing along, and that that had a profound impact on how I performed. I was projecting better, and during the solo part, I was doing some tasty licks. It was nice, and I was kind of thrown in the moment, almost like I was actually performing. Um, and I think that's really cool. That was definitely a different experience than just practicing sitting down with my guitar like I do most of the times. And I think that's one of the tools that many people use to put themselves in a different space, in a different mindset. That can also be translated into most things in life. I think visualization can be really powerful. You can visualize yourself in the future being the kind of person you aspire to be, and what that would feel like, and the things you would be doing, the things you would be planning on, and see what you would do, and connecting through that visual. I think you would be able to kind of grab that essence and apply it to your person now, and make the right decisions, and carry out the right actions as if you're already there. There was a study. I don't really remember what the details of that study is, but the gist of it is that some researchers were looking at brain activity. They had some people play the piano and measure the brain waves, measure the activities of certain parts of the brain that was activating while they're playing piano. And then later on, they took it away the piano and just told them to close their eyes and visualize playing the piano while measuring their brain activity. And it turns out that very similar regions were active. They were lit up just by visualization. So that means, when you're thinking about it in your head, constructing that image is not just your imagination. It literally triggers the same parts of your brain that are active when you're actually performing the task, which is really cool. I think that's something that that musicians can get a lot out of, a lot of athletes can get a lot out of. You know, after you practice, after a session, if you visualize on any other downtime, that would kind of solidify all the things that you've been training for and practicing for, and that can really help your performance. Same thing in business. Same thing in most aspects of life. Like this building, someone had to visualize the image of this building to be able to construct it and design it and make it reality. Without visualization, that's not as possible, and it's not as easy to do so. Yeah, that's something interesting that I've been thinking about in my head. Um, I think we use it in meditation too. Sometimes when I meditate through this app I use, there's a visualization part where you kind of localize your attention to different parts of your body, even regions outside of your body with your eyes closed, and that's part of visualization too. It's interesting. But anyway, that's something for me to think about and something for you to try.